Hi everyone. The yellow vest, the Gilets Jaunes protests have been going on now in France. It's coming into the 16th week now. That's almost a third of a year. Just honestly, if I was wearing a cap, I would doff it. I really would. But what's interesting about it is our media obviously is not covering these protests and these people who are getting injured, you know. A single tear gas canister goes off in Venezuela and it's plastered all over the newspapers and the media in this country. You know, meanwhile 16 weeks and they will only report on protests in France if they absolutely have to. If they absolutely have to. Meanwhile in Venezuela, one thing happens and they'll write 3 or 4 articles about it. So it's curious that they do this. And obviously we know why. Because they're pushing regime change in Venezuela because they want oil. And obviously they're not showing the France protest because, hey, the last thing you want is anybody in the UK getting ideas and thinking, hold on a minute, they're onto something over there in France. But I saw a video the other day. Honestly, it's incredible if you watch it. Now, obviously I'm going to stop this, but you know, stop it and start it and talk and see if you see in this video what I see. Because the first little thing is you see these people are just standing around in the crowd and then all of a sudden you hear a bang. You know, one of these flashballs goes off and then the tear gas comes in and then the police just come running into the crowd with their shields, not after anybody, just run into the crowd and it's almost like they're hoping they're going to get punched. Watch. See if you come up with the same conclusion as I did. There's the bang. Here's the tear gas. Here's the police. You see? The protesters are ignoring them. So what they're trying to do here, obviously, from what I can see, is they're trying to stop these large groups of yellow vest protesters congregating in one area. That's what they're trying to disperse the crowd. That's what they're doing. And the way they're doing it is they're chucking tear gas into it and then running into the crowd hoping that they're going to get hit and punched so they've got their, you know, their story and then running off. Watch. Seriously, it's weird. It's hilarious that the press are not covering this. So here comes the tear gas. Here's the police, look. So the police are all huddled round in a circle, you know, a la Jon Snow in the north with his, when they were trying to catch the wildlings. Watch them. Honestly, watch them, they do. Look at them all. They're all acting, honestly, they're all acting like they're about to get shot at any moment. Look at them all. And the protesters who are just walking past, they're ignoring them. It's hilarious to watch them. The protesters are just walking past. What are the crazy bastards doing? Now a policeman has just chucked something into the crowd. Nobody's bothered. Nobody's bothered. Seriously, none of the protesters are bothered by the police. They can see what the police is doing here. The police are trying to antagonise the protesters into violence. You can see clearly that's what they're doing. You will see it in a little bit. It's so obvious what they're doing. And they'll chuck tear gas. They run into the crowd hoping to get hit and then they all retreat. All that happens is the crowd are ignoring them because they know what they're doing. They're trying to obviously incite violence. And whenever a tear gas canister comes their way, they just pick it up and lob it back into the group of police officers. Here, have it back. Look at them. Look at, honestly, there's a guy there attaching his bike to a wall. He's not bothered. Nobody's taking any notice of them. And they're looking, they look like they're about to get rushed by 20,000 people. None of the crowd, honestly, nobody's interested. Look. none of them are bothered, look. All that happens, oh, there's a bottle come. They're the ones chucking stuff. It's the police throwing stuff. It's the police throwing stuff in the crowd, and whenever they throw stuff in the crowd just chuck it back. They're all standing there like they're about to get attacked by a direwolf. I wanted to do a video showing that because this is what they're not, why they're not reporting on it, I think. Because you can clearly see, I think this is clear evidence, honestly I do. Tell me if I'm wrong, but this is the police trying to incite a riot. That to me looks like perfectly peaceful protesters exercising their rights to protest in a democratically elected country. That's what it looks like to me. They're not being violent or anything. They're just standing around in a group. And it's the police who are trying to excite violence by throwing objects at them and tear gas, etc., running into the crowd and then hiding, trying to incite violence. I think it's incredible. Let me know in the comments whether you saw what I saw there, because I honestly think that that 2 minutes 20 seconds is really telling as to the sort of tactics that are used by the police, the Western police, who, let's face it, you know, we all know about Israel's export of their IDF tactics around the world and how they train, you know, people in the US and how it's influenced on the UK police. These are the sort of tactics you are going to see over here in the UK and in other countries around the world, in Western countries around the world, when the yellow vest movement finally does kick off. And it will, it's coming. And so are these tactics by the police in a town near you soon. Let me know in the comments if you agree. For more truly honest, independent media like the video you just saw, please subscribe and click the bell below as well so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. If you also like and share and comment on the video as well, that really helps with the algorithm and boosts exposure. And if you can support me, please do so. You can do with any of the avenues on the screen at the moment and below this video. You can support me for as little as $1 a month on Patreon, and every dollar helps. We need your support at the moment. We do not have an operating fourth estate. I'm sure you're aware, a functioning media holding power accountable is vital for democracy. At the moment, we haven't got it. So people like me are having to fill their shoes and do the job for them with your support. Thanks very much for your support. Till next time. Peace and take care.